thing of 8, I searched blasters, so no, it wasn't a hobby pack. I don't believe. So there's 2 ways to win. One, you guess the TV show based on the keywords we're giving you in the 1-minute guessing window. Otherwise, you do you type the keyword in the chat, and from there you have the opportunity to we do a randomization of everyone that types it in the chat. We'll be doing our next keyword right after this. This is break 1251, the 2021 Prizm Baseball. 12 cards per packs and 12 packs per box. Yep, so Nightbot randomizes it. So you did the right thing. It just does a random, and Sean got selected. Nightbot's like an automatic software that pairs with YouTube for that. Alrighty. We have Wyatt Madison of the Arizona Diamondbacks going to Steven. Followed by Brett, and when we do the rookie rundown, because we have so many, will just be the person in the team, not who they're going to, so I'll make sure to say who they go to here. Then we have Brandon Woodruff, that Walter Marathon of the Diamondbacks going to, Steven. Then we have Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers, Clark Schmidt RC of the New York Yankees heading to Gavin. Followed by Max Scherzer of the Nationals, Rhys Hoskins of the Phillies, Will Stargell of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Babe Ruth of the Yankees, a TJ Antoine of the Cincinnati Reds going to Darren. And then we're going to have a nice base stained glass of Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves going to Steven. Second straight stained glass out of Prizm. I know they're not super valuable, but nice hit right there. And then we're going to have the Jose Ramirez out of 199 of the Cleveland Guardians with that baby. And that is going to be heading to Jake. And that is the little blue donut circles, followed by a red Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees going to Gavin. And then we're going to have an emergent Christian Robinson out of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and that is going to Steven. We have an Evan White RC of the Seattle Mariners headed to Robert. Robert, welcome to BreakTraders. If you're new to BreakTraders, you can use promo code NEWBT for 20% off your first purchase. Then we have Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals, Justin Turner of the Dodgers, Eloy Jimenez of the White Sox, Manny Machado of the Padres, a Jorge Mateo RC of the Padres going to James, followed by Will McCovey of the San Francisco Giants, Queston Hura of the Milwaukee Brewers. We're going to have an Illumination Joey Bart. Illumination Joey Bart of the San Francisco Giants going to Cynthia. Following that up, we have a silver RC, and that is Ryan Jeffers of the Minnesota Twins headed to John. And then we have a Sluggers Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees going to Gavin. And looks like we have our first auto of the day, and that is going to be a rookie signatures Evan White of the Seattle Mariners headed to Robert. Nice rookie auto right there. Alrighty, and now we're on to our third pack in this break. Albert Pujols of the Los Angeles Angels. We have a Joey Bart RC of the San Francisco Giants going to Cynthia. That was stuck to another card there. That was stuck to Noah Syndergaard of the New York Mets, followed up by Brooks Robinson of the Baltimore Orioles. Then we have a Victor Gonzalez RC of the Los Angeles Dodgers going to Phil, followed up by Freddie Freeman of the Atlanta Braves, an Alejandro Kirk RC of the Toronto Blue Jays going to Jim. Then we have Mike Schmidt of the Phillies, Kenta Maeda of the Twins, a fearless Casey Mize RC of the Detroit Tigers headed to David. Then we have a little blue Jim Tomei of the Cleveland Guardians going to Jake. And then a Fireworks RC Joe Adele of the Los Angeles Angels going to Phil. And folks, if you like Prizm Baseball, we do have some Prizm Baseball breaks up on BreakTraders.com right now. Blake Schnell of the Padres, followed by Alex Manoah of the Toronto Blue Jays going to Jim, and that's again stuck. And that's stuck to a Tucker Davidson RC of the Atlanta Braves going to Gavin. After that, we've got Nolan Arenado of the Cardinals, Shohei Ohtani of the Angels, followed up by an Alex Bam of the Philadelphia Phillies going to Brandon. Then we have Drew Rasmussen of the Milwaukee Brewers, and that is going to be going to Phil. Then we have Casey Mize Detroit of the Detroit Tigers, and that is going to David RC. It is not T-Man. Followed by a fearless Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies going to Brandon. And then we're going to have what appears to be a little bronze, and that is going to be the bronze 1 out of 100, or neon orange apparently is what they're calling that. I don't know. Does that look neon orange to you, John? That looks pretty bronze to me. But hey, we'll take it. That is the Toronto Blue Jays, and that is going to Jim. Followed up by a red Edward Olivares RC, and that is going to, of the Kansas City Royals, going to Mr. CEO. And then we have a Lumber Inc. Pete Alonso of the New York Mets going to Gavin. I know it is the neon orange. It just did not really look... I would expect it to be way more orangey. Mike Yastrzemski of the Giants, followed by Luis Garcia of the Houston Astros RC, headed to Cynthia. Then we have Andrew Vaughn of the Chicago White Sox, and that is going to be going to Gavin. Followed by Debbie Garcia of the New York Yankees, headed to Gavin as well. Then we have Kevin Biggio of the Blue Jays, followed by a Cabrian Hayes RC of the Pittsburgh Pirates going to Jim. Then we have Daniel Johnson of the Cleveland Guardians, and that is going to Jake. Followed by Will Clark of San Francisco. We have an old school Rod Carew. Old school Rod Carew right there. And what a weird way to put his name on there, just California. So John, if you don't mind checking that before we sort that bad boy right there. Then we have Ken Griffey Jr. out of the 149 with the red mojo of the Seattle Mariners going to Robert. Followed by Alex Verdugo of the Boston Red Sox. That's just a regular red. And then a stargazing Juan Soto of the Washington Nationals going to Jim. And if you could just report back what you find out there, that'd be helpful. Then we have a Bobby Dalbec RC of the Boston Red Sox going to Steven, followed by DJ LeMahieu of the Yankees, Ozzie Smith of the Cardinals, Justin Verlander of the Astros, followed by Logan Gilbert of the Seattle Mariners heading to Robert, and Letty Tavares of the Texas Rangers going to Cynthia. Then we have a Rafael Marchand RC of the Philadelphia Phillies, and that is headed to Brandon. I'm hearing the California Angels.
Yeah.
And John, which I'm guessing now is the Los Angeles Angels. Whit Merrifield of the Kansas City Chiefs, or Kansas City Royals, followed by Aaron Judge of the Yankees. A fearless Francisco Lindor of the New York Mets going to Gavin. Followed by an illumination, Luis Robert of the Chicago White Sox, and that is going to Gavin as well. Followed up by a rookie class, Luis Garcia of the Washington Nationals going to Jim. Yeah, the Los Angeles Angels now. So that is going to be going to Phil.
Okay. That's what I saw too.
Perfect.
It looks like they became...
Ken Griffey Jr. of the Mariners, Zach Plessick of the Guardians, Rod Carew of the California Angels, Luis Garcia of the Washington Nationals going to Jim. Jim, thank you for that guidance on the California Angels there. Javier Baez of the Cubs going to Gavin, followed by a Miguel Yajur RC of the Pittsburgh Pirates headed to Jim. Then we have Sterling Marte of the Miami Marlins, Anthony Rendon of the Angels, a fearless Max Scherzer of the Washington Nationals going to Jim. Looks like we're going to have an auto coming up here, but first we have a silver RC, and that is Mr. Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers of the Miami Marlins, followed by a championship stage Kyle Hendricks of the Chicago Cubs going to Gavin. And here's our auto. It is going to be out of 50, and that is going to be Mr. Dane Dunning of the Texas Rangers, and that is headed to Cynthia. And we have 5 packs left, including this one. Isaiah Kiner Falafel of the Rangers, Santiago Espinal of the Toronto Blue Jays RC going to Jim, followed by Taylor Trammell of the Seattle Mariners going to Robert. Then we have a little Sixto Sanchez of the Miami Marlins, and that is headed to Gavin. Following that up with Jose Barrios of the Minnesota Twins, Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees, Edward Olivares RC of the Kansas City Royals to Mr. CEO, followed by Alex Kirilloff RC of the Minnesota Twins going to John, followed by Lucas Giolito of the White Sox, and old school Eddie Matthews of the Milwaukee Brewers headed to Phil. Following that up with a little bit of a blue Carlos Correa of the Houston Astros, and that is heading to Cynthia. And then a Lumber Inc. DJ LeMahieu of the New York Yankees going to Gavin. Jose Garcia of the Cincinnati Reds going to Darren RC, followed by Ramon Urias of the Baltimore Orioles going to Darren, Ramon Laureano of the Oakland Athletics, Trevor Bauer of the Dodgers, Brendan Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays, Charlie Blackmon of the Rockies, Josh Fleming of the Tampa Bay Rays going to Gavin, followed up by Lance Lynn of the Chicago White Sox, Cal Ripken, old school, of the Baltimore Orioles. And it looks like we are going to have a gold Christian Yelich out of 10. Nice hit right there. Gonna get a little check on that bad boy, and that is of the Milwaukee Brewers going to Phil. Nice hit right there. Following that up with a red Daniel Lynch RC of the Kansas City Royals headed to Phil. Then we have a rookie class Letty Traveris of the Texas Rangers, and that is going to Cynthia. We have Tanner Hook, RC of the Boston Red Sox, going to Steven. A David Peterson, RC of the New York Yankees, going to Gavin. Then we have Ryan Weathers of the San Diego Padres, going to James. Following that up with Garrett Cole of the New York Yankees to Gavin. Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Guardians, going to Jake. A Nate Pearson, RC of the Toronto Blue Jays, headed to Jim. Then we have Dylan Carlson, RC of the St. Louis Cardinals, headed to Gavin. Followed by Jake Cronenworth of the San Diego Padres, going to James. A Fernando Tatis Jr., Fearless of the San Diego Padres, going to James as well. Following that up with a silver Luis Patino, RC of the Tampa Bay Rays, and then a rookie class Kohei Arihara of the Texas Rangers, and that is going to Cynthia. And then we're going to have our last auto, and it is going to be an out of 50, 47 out of 50. That is Daz Cameron of the Detroit Tigers, headed to David. And we got 2 packs left in this break. Corey Seager of the Dodgers, Mark McGwire of the Cardinals, Jose Ramirez of the Guardians, Trevor Rogers, RC of the Miami Marlins, and that is going to Gavin. Followed up by Ryan Jeffers of the Minnesota Twins, headed to John. Alex Rodriguez of the Mariners, Joey Gallo of the Texas Rangers, Jacob deGrom of the Mets, Jack Flaherty of the Cardinals, an Illumination Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers, headed to David, followed by a blue Jesus Sanchez right there of the Miami Marlins, RC, going to Gavin. Then we have an emergent Yiddy Cape of the Miami Marlins as well, going to Gavin. And we got 1 pack left in this break. We have a Keibert Ruiz, RC of the Los Angeles Dodgers, going to Phil. Garrett Crochet of the Chicago Cubs, headed to Gavin. Then we have Chris Bryant of the Cubs, followed by Andy Young of the Arizona Diamondbacks, going to Steven. Tyler Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Rays, and that's going to Gavin. A Joe Adell, RC of the Los Angeles Angels, heading to Phil. Cal Ripken of the Baltimore Orioles, Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers, an Illumination Trevor Bauer of the Los Angeles Dodgers, headed to Phil. And then we have the 42 out of 99 Rafael Devers, Fearless of the Boston Red Sox, going to Steven. Followed up by a regular base Fearless, RC Dylan Carlson of the St. Louis Cardinals, heading to Gavin. And then a stargazing Trey Turner of the Washington Nationals, going to Jim. And with that, we are done opening packs. Let's run down these rooks. The Fearless Dylan Carlson of the St. Louis Cardinals, Joe Adell of the Angels, Andy Young of the Diamondbacks, Garrett Crochet of the White Sox, Keibert Ruiz of the Dodgers, Jesus Sanchez of the Miami Marlins, followed by Ryan Jeffers of the Twins, Trevor Rogers of the Marlins, a rookie class Kohei Arihara of the Rangers, Luis Patino Silver of Tampa Bay, Jake Cronenworth of the Padres, Dylan Carlson of the St. Louis Cardinals, followed by Nate Pearson of the Blue Jays, Ryan Weathers of the Padres, David Peterson of the Mets, Tanner Hook of Boston, a rookie class Letty Traveris of the Texas Rangers, followed up by a little bit of Daniel Lynch of the Kansas City Royals, followed by Josh Fleming of the Rays, Ramon Urias of the Orioles, Jose Garcia of the Reds, Alex Kirilloff of the Twins, Edward Olivares of the Royals, Sixto Sanchez of the Marlins, Taylor Trammell of the Mariners, Santiago Espinal of the Blue Jays, a silver Trevor Rogers of the Marlins, Miguel Yoher of the Pirates, Luis Garcia of the Nationals, a rookie class Luis Garcia of the Nationals, Rafael Marchand of the Philadelphia Phillies, Letty Traveris of the Rangers, Logan Gilbert of the Mariners, and Bobby Delback of Boston. But wait, there's more. Daniel Johnson of the Guardians, Brian Hayes of the Pirates, Devi Garcia of the Yankees, Andrew Vaughn of the White Sox, Luis Garcia of the Astros, Edward Olivares of Kansas City, Casey Mize of the Tigers, Drew Rasmussen of the Milwaukee, Alex Baum of Philadelphia, Tucker Davidson of Atlanta, Alex Manoah of the Blue Jays, the Fireworks, Joe Adell of the Angels, the Casey Mez Fearless of the Tigers, Alejandro Kirk of the Blue Jays, Victor Gonzalez of the Dodgers, Joey Bart of the Giants, Ryan Jeffers of the Twins, Jorge Mateo of the Padres, Evan White of the Mariners, TJ Antoine of the Reds, Clark Schmidt of the Yanks, and Wyatt Matheson of the Diamondbacks. If it fills right now, it'll break before. Right now, yeah, did that just fill? It appears it did, but it doesn't appear that it showed up on our close, gentlemen. I think there might have been an issue with it last time. 1 second. Yeah, the weight class Ram 1285 just sold out. So yeah, that'll break before BT West Coast. We could sneak in another couple breaks in there for sure. Like that select basketball with 4 spots left, a certified pick your division with 1 spot left, the UFC pack random with 2 spots left. We could definitely sneak some stuff in there for sure. Ooh, it also appears 1288 filled and didn't show up in the closed. So, just an FYI. Alrighty, our non-autos, we have the Ronald Acuna stained glass and the Christian Yelich out of 10. Ronald Acuna of the Braves going to Gavin, and Christian Yelich of the Brewers going to Phil. And then our autos. We have the Evan White of the Mariners, and then we have 2 out of 50s. We have Dane Dunning and Daz Cameron. Dane Dunning of the Rangers to Cynthia, Daz Cameron of Detroit to David, and Evan White of Seattle to Robert. And with that, we are done with break 1251. Done with break 1251, the 2021 Prizm Baseball 1-box pick your team. And we will be right back from BT Field. Alrighty, we are back with some certified football, but first we have to do our next keyword giveaway. So type vacation, right? Or did we already randomize? We have to do our next keyword. Sorry about that. Thanks, John, for keeping me on track. Sorry about the little bit of a longer delay there, folks. Alrighty, John, are you ready?
I am ready.
John's ready, I'm ready. The keyword is boat. No correct guesses yet. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody is incorrect. Fantasy Island is incorrect. High Seas, incorrect. Outer Banks is correct.
Whoa.
Outer Banks is correct. I almost missed that.
Is that Phil?
Yep, Phil gets it. Phil Senzig gets it, and he gets a little bit of a